In this video, I'll talk about why there are so many layers in the society, and by layers, I will mostly talk about the population, people. Mostly, people is my um, uh, prime topic in this case because there are many layers from different angles. So, from my consideration, and by people, actually, many things actually comes in. I mean, their economic and the social life, socio-economic layers. So I can say this as this as socio-economic layers also. Why there are so many layers in the society? So by layers, I mean, if you look at a society, you will see there are some people. Some people are farming, some people are doing jobs, some people are doing business, and if you look at their economic background, some people are poor, some people are more or less moderate. Moderate means some people have some in the medium layer. Some people are kind of rich, so some people are, yeah. Now, why this? And then there are some other layers also from other sense also. Let's say some people loves religion, and some people do not love it too much. Then some people, I mean, not religion. Let's say some people are follows this religion, some people follows another religion. So there are all these layers. Why we have all these layers? From where all this thing is coming from? What's wrong with this? Or first of all, let me say this is not wrong, something wrong. This is the colors, this is the flavors of society, and without this, this is not possible to see this everything in an interesting way. This is impossible actually. This will be impossible actually to look at a society where everybody is same religion, everybody is same, are living in same status of same financial status, everybody is living, then it's impossible to look at this. Now the question is, why there are so many layers? What is the thing? What is making these layers? There could be many reasons for that. There will be many reasons. Many people will talk about this from different angles. But from my perspective, I see this is due to the human beings' effort, their thinking, their lifestyle, then their attitude to the life. And everything is actually affecting their attitude to the life, their hardworking or laziness nature, and their either they are rational or emotional. Then all this thing is defining who will be in which layer. The financial condition also sometimes gives the smells that people will be in which layer. But you will see, if some people are living in some so-called higher ladder of the society, then some people, due to, let's say, some people's parents were rich and then they become also rich for the same reason, but let's say they don't actually have the same intellect that their parents used to have, then actually they all of a sudden their financial status and everything comes down, and they actually comes down to their same level where they belong according to their psychological thoughts, according to their vision about the world, and according to their control on them. So basically all these things is putting things together and making different layers in the society. From my point of view, all these layers are inevitable. Sometimes I thought, why there is so many layers? What's wrong with them? These rich people are not good because they are making everything difficult for the poor people. And then I looked at the middle class people, and then I've seen these middle class people are really working hard, and then but they never become rich. They always working hard, they never become rich. So I thought that maybe this is the fault of the rich people. Then I looked at the poor people, and then I thought, oh my god, poor people are really working hard, lives a miserable life, they don't have 2 square meals a day, their life is kind of very sad. And later when I looked into this too deep, then if you look at this, you will see then basically nobody is telling that some poor people that you have to be poor in your whole life. Nobody is telling him that. I mean, nobody is going there and asking, hey, you have to be poor. You must live your whole life as a poor person. Nobody is going there and telling him that. So these poor people actually have the key to success, for his own success. If he wants, he can actually cross, if he can jump actually from his boundary, from the level he is living. He can jump to the upper level if he wants. If he does something, maybe his life will be a bit difficult, that's true, because of the starting point. If somebody starts, somebody wants to climb a mountain, if somebody have some other materials to climb, or let's say someone is going to the top of the mountain by a helicopter and someone is walking, and then those who are walking will be in some trouble and have to face more difficulties, that's true. But anybody had the helicopter to go to the mountain, now they have the money to buy a helicopter, and what you have nothing, so just go. You have to go that way, that is the only way to go there. Okay, but look at the thing, that people who have the money to go to the mountain by a helicopter, if he goes there again and again, and someday he will also lose his money, all the money, and he also will be the same as you. That's not the so basically that would be a little bit difficult. I mean, difficult. But the thing is, nobody is telling them that you have to live your life, your whole life, in a poor state. Many people will now disagree with me about this point. Like, this is not a good argument. But you see, the world is open, man. Everything is open. These middle class people, always their thinking is kind of conservative. So nobody is telling them that you have to think conservatively. Is there anybody who is going there in their houses and telling you have to think the conservative thinking? The stupid way of life, you have to live that in your whole life. Nobody is going there and telling them that. Why they are thinking it that way? What's wrong with these people? The problem is they themselves are the problem. If there is any problem, if you think this is the problem, then they themselves are the problem. Because they themselves makes their life complicated. They think it, oh my god, if I do this, then that. Why you are thinking this? Just do it. The world, this whole world is really open. Everything is open. Maybe there is some imaginary boundary or everywhere you are thinking, but across that boundary you will see this is not that awkward. This is not that difficult. Anyway, so basically there will be layers due to people are people, and everybody have their own personal way of thinking. Like their thinking is different than others. One people's thinking is like this, and the people's thinking is like some other things. So basically all these things is putting all the puzzle. This is kind of, if we look at the puzzle, there are a lot of ingredients here, parameters here, factors here, which is affecting all this and the entire system. But there are layers, I think, and there will be these layers unless or until everybody become rational, and everybody lives their life based on logic instead of emotion. But at the same time, I also don't. I'm not saying that I am hugely against emotion. Emotion is something that makes us human. But when we live our life, maybe maybe we should give priority to the rational sense, because that thing what, and at the same time that thing is better in many sense. If you become emotional, then basically you will lose, and many people are emotional, that's why many people loses. So, and there will be these layers, and I see the reason for these layers. As I said, there are many reasons for these layers, and when I look at this, mostly these are psychological. Then there are some economical factors related to it, linked to it. Then there are some geographic factors related to it. So all these factors is making the layers, all these layers, and I will say I cannot say this layer will vanish in the current future all of a sudden. There will be, I think there will be some more time than I mean, in the current future I do not see that this this layer will vanish and everything will come to some nice or more or less even field. This is not possible. Rather, the gap is increasing. I mean, the report that we are seeing, the gap is increasing basically between the poorest and the top richest people. The gap is increasing in terms of financial. Now I'm talking about. So all this layer exists in the society, and that there are many reasons for this, and some of the reasons are really very silly, and these reasons, there are many ways to overcome all these reasons and to break the barrier and to see the fragrance, colors, flavors in the other layers, and always there is something interesting, always. All right, thank you very much for watching.